Okay.
Oh my goodness.
You hear that?
I got a hammer,
Yes, yes, he
and I
does.
still got a bell.
That's not recorded.
No.
Yeah, for
Look
real.
who's here.
For
Look who's
real,
here.
though.
Unbelievable show today.
All over this land.
Oh, man.
Wow. You know, all the
This land of
history,
justice.
all the hit songs,
The bell
Peter,
of
Paul, and...
Like that.
I'm digging it too. There are perks to this job, and having Peter Yarrow for Peter, Paul, and Mary in our studio today, right now, is one of those perks. Welcome to Great Day St. Louis, everybody. Matt Chambers, Carol Daniel,
Here.
Kent Earhart. Happy Friday to you, TGIF. Not just any weekend, by the way. 49-hour weekend.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
I was going to say, what are you talking
Good
about?
point.
Saturday night, we set the clocks back an hour.
So
You
I
get to
gain
sleep
an hour?
extra hour.
Right.
49-hour weekend.
It doesn't
Oh,
really.
if they
Does
were
it
all-
really help?
It, you know, every little bit.
Psychologically. Yes, psychologically.
Gonna party like a Chilean miner. Yes, I'm telling you.
Loving that line. Well, the excitement continues for today's Great Day St. Louis. Peter Yarrow, Peter, Paul, and Mary is here, but not about his music. Not necessarily about his music. Of course, we're going to ask him about that. He's written a new children's pop-up book, and of course, we'll see what else he has been up to.
And if that's not enough for you, oh, she's the queen of the kitchen, Nigella Lawson, here to whip up one of the recipes in her newest cookbook. Matt's doing that interview at this point.
Jealous? Jealous much?
Sorry, pal.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Between her and the chicken wings, I don't know. I may not be controlled.
Okay, you're going to enjoy some music today as well, not just from Peter, but DJ Rick from Millennium Music is here all morning. He's going to keep
battle it out.
dancing.
Me against
oh,
Peter.
oh, who's going to win? Who's going to win that one? All right. Matt.
All right, guys, let's get this party started. She first worked in publishing, then as a journalist, and now she's known in kitchens around the world. We, of course, are talking about the lovely Nigella Lawson, who joins us this morning to show us a few of her recipes from her 8th cookbook. Yeah, I said 8th cookbook. It's called Nigella Kitchen, Recipes from the Heart of the Home. I will begin by being polite and,
don't be
and
polite.
saying good morning, and we're happy to have you. And then I'll say what every red-blooded male who's watching right now wants to say, which is, how you doing? Nice to see you.
I thought you were going to say, what are you cooking?
Well, that's the second question, is what are you cooking for? Well, and tell us about the new cookbook. What's the slant on the new cookbook?
The cookbook is really just the distillation of everything that I feel about cooking and my kitchen, not just my kitchen now, but all the kitchens I've ever cooked in, and including my mother's and my grandmother's. But I suppose because life now is a bit faster, a lot of the recipes have to be quicker.
That's true.
But you know, it's not just about that. It's just about food I love and home food. I think to a certain extent, chefs have taken over cooking. And while I love that food in restaurants, I think that, you know, if you needed a qualification to cook, human beings would have fallen out of the evolutionary loop a long time ago. And the reality is, home food is the food that everyone wants to eat.
I love that you call it home food, because it so is, and I think it's great that you come from the UK, and yet I see a spread before us that screams Americana somehow. So what are we going to whip up?
I'm going to make some quesadillas, which is not really...
Excellent, some quesadillas.
So this is really quite good. It's quite good, as you said, it's football season. So this is something you can munch on. I've got some cheese. I use Spanish Manchego cheese, but you know, any cheese that melts well.
I'm going to move your hair just a little bit. Partially because I just want to, and
plus
secondly,
it's on the mic.
Secondly because it's on your mic.
It's on my mic.
I know.
That's
It was on the microphone. They told me in my ear to do that.
That's very good.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So
cheese?
you're using scissors.
But jalapeno, you can just do it straight in the bowl.
Genius.
It's just easier. Kitchen scissors. I mean, I do that to vegetables too, and tomatoes in a tin.
Wonderful.
Okay. A few bits of avocado.
Inside the quesadilla. You don't see that very often.
I know, but you know, I just love this because it seems everything together. Easy munching.
Easy. Look at how easy
but
this
my
is.
patented method is, one, clumsy, and that's the whole point. I make people feel that if I can do it, they can, and that's true.
We love that
So
about
I put this on a griddle, and I hope it's on. I can never work things
I
through
think
it.
it is.
I have
see
a
the red light.
brick
Yes.
covered in tin foil, and I put it on top, and that helps press it down, and you get those lovely scorch marks.
Oh, nice.
I know. Well, it's easier than getting a proper press.
Well, yeah, that's true. And you don't need all that equipment.
No, you just don't need it all.
You have a griddle like this, as we call it in the States, and you can use that for 100 different things.
You can do, but you can just use a pan with those marks in or not. That doesn't matter.
Now, there's
then while that cooks, I can give you my array.
Please,
my array.
please. Talk to me about the array.
Dragon chicken, So that's really hot, spicy chicken with chili, the chicken wings.
Oh,
And these are
delicious.
coconutty crab cakes. So they're really more, they've got a kind of Asian tang rather than American, which is instead of putting breadcrumbs in, I just thought one day, well, what happens if I put like dried, like we call it desiccated coconut. I don't know, it's because coconut would shredded, but it's not wet. It somehow soaks in. It gives a bit of bolster and ballast in the same way that breadcrumbs would, and and also a bit of a, I don't know, Southeast Asian, Caribbean, nice holiday.
We need that
and
with weather like
these
this.
are pigs and blankets, which are totally American. I mean, actually, my grandmother did a different sort, but we used like a cheese biscuit on ours. But the reason why I did that is that I went to a party on the 4th of July in the States.
Great story, by the way.
And it was kind of like a swanky party, and there were like a lot of waiters with food trays. And I had one of these, and it was so delicious. I just followed. I didn't talk to any of the guests. I just followed the waiter around like all night. Like, can I have another one? And then afterwards, I wrote to the caterer and I said, look, can I possibly have the recipe, because they were so good. And so it's really.
And they probably said, for pigs in a blanket?
Yeah, no, but it wasn't just that. It's the dipping sauce too, which is like Dijon mustard, whole grain mustard, and sour cream. See, look, I've got these nice scorch marks
wonderful.
now.
That is wonderful. And there's no meat in this quesadilla, so really you're just in it to melt the cheese and to provide some nice.
Well, quesadilla really means grilled cheese, doesn't it? It's like grilled cheese sandwich, isn't it?
Right.
And well, you know, given that I've got chicken, the pigs and blankets, and the crab, it means if you have got any vegetarians, not that they last long in my house, it means you can give them something like this. But I'm going to cut this. See, also I cut like. I hope the cheese is melted, because it's so gorgeous and gooey when it does.
In the world of TV, we'll pretend that it's
it
is melted. It's perfectly melted.
You don't have to pretend. That's how quick these are.
Look at that.
Anyone want to buy?
There's a line.
You do,
of
don't you?
people
I'm
right
sure I need to.
But on their behalf, I mean, it's part
Even
of
musicians need to eat.
part of my hostly responsibilities to do this sort of thing.
Poor you.
I know. It's tragically good. That's very good. How much time do we have? Because I could just... No, I'm good.
No, I'm here. I'm staying. I'm settling in. I'll rustle up a cake if you want.
Oh, would you? Wow. Wow. You didn't even need to say that. You had us before the cake. Thank you, Nigella. We should mention that Nigella will be signing cookbooks, her cookbook, the new one, number 8, tonight from 5 to 7 at Williams-Sonoma, out at the beautiful Plaza Frontenac. It'll be a great setting tonight. And we posted Nigella's recipes on our website, greatdaystlouis.com, all 4 of these. Nigella, real pleasure.
Oh, and for me, thanks.
Please hang out as long as you'd like.
Thank
Please.
you.
Kent, over to you, buddy.
Huh?